Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Cookie Tribe, the wonderful people of our cookie goddess Mies, who have gotten themselves into quite the interesting mix of ingredients now that our wanderer Cream has discovered a mate of her very own right at the end of her lifetime and has given birth to her first child, Tokiro, who isn't going to really be given a cookie name or any kind of name at the moment because I guess his dad Van Roro. In fact, we'll go ahead and rename him. Let's go ahead and name him Kikiro, because I think that repetitive little things like Van Roro, Kikiro are kind of part of Van Roro's culture, and clearly his son takes after him, which I'm sure the derp-snouted, scorpion-tailed male is quite happy about. Cream may have been wishing for spots, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. But alright guys, if you are wondering what the heck is happening, definitely check out the video description because we have a link to the playlist so you can see the previous episodes, and if you need a refresher on the rules or the family tree, we have a link to the rules in a Google document, also in the video description, and our wonderful wiki, which you guys have really done a great job with. I am so proud about that. But alright, so like I said, we're going to go ahead and just carry on right where we left off because I really want to see what these babies look like. And last night I actually had a little dream that some of their children moved to this tiny little island, which one day will be a port to new lands that we may or may not take. And I had a dream that we had a whole bunch of cool scorpion tail children born here. If that dream will actually come true or not, we will have to see. But unfortunately, Cream won't be able to make it that far, and oh, she doesn't have enough nesting material. Ooh. Oh, but she could totally jump into that nest and crash the Rosewater's tea party yet again and have a baby there, which would shock and horrify all of them because that's more than 2 tiles away from a tree. That child shall be born outside of Mies's favor and not accepted into the tribe, unless they have spots, of course. So I think we might actually do that. So I'm gonna have Cream jump up here and her mate jump up next to her. They are both wanderers, which is the only reason that Cream is allowed to breed with him. But we're doing that so that we can have our little side experiments so that I can play with genes to the sides, because that'll keep it more interesting for us. And so we can have our little side stories, and also so that we do have a way, if a wanderer comes by and does not have spots, we can try to get those important immunity genes and other genes into the tribe. Because if we have a wandering spotted nicheling who might pass those spots on, they might have a child who could eventually join one of the 3 cookie tribes. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and have the baby. Thank you very much. And I think Van Roro is just gonna clear away the grass and be like, hey, what's up? And Snow and all of the others would be quite distressed by this because this is more invasion of their area, more invasion of their nest. Like, what is happening? In Mies's name, they cannot remember the last time there was such an affront upon the Rosewaters. So Earl T is going to be over here. He was just called over by Lordon, who actually is becoming a much more aggressive nicheling and believes that the Rosewaters should have a little bit of strength to go along with their copious amounts of pride. Also, stop eating I think that would make Raisin annoyed. She might go after that Bunnel because it was eating her berries. And anybody who gets in the way of her berries, like, she'd be one of those nichelings who hoards their food and smacks at anybody who comes by, Bunnel or not. So she's going to defend her food. But Lordon is beginning to really take a more authoritative tone to the Rosewater tribe, even though Rose II is the heiress, the matriarch of the tribe, with her grandfather Cranberry on his final days, ready to pass away and offer his bones and his wisdom to Mies's cookie tree. But Lordon is beginning to realize that there are many Rosewaters and that they are strong and beautiful people. So maybe they should become a little bit stronger and be able to prove themselves through hunting and being able to chase away invaders such as this. So Lordon's gonna come over. Dang it, I really could have used that food. But Lordon's gonna come over and start clearing things away, and he's gonna begin commanding the other nichelings on what they should be doing, except of course for Rose II, who is young. There we go. I think that can you get, there we go. And Kran is going to pass away right here, literally on top of the bones of Marsh, who is Rose II's father, so that she has a pile of her ancestors to hopefully put their wisdom into this cookie tree. But yes, so we're going to start seeing a lot of the Rosewater tribe be sent out to be a little bit more materialistic, to clear the grounds and patrol their area more aggressively. They are much more discerning than any of the other tribes about having any newcomers come in. They expect beauty or get out, basically. And they're going to start becoming more aggressive hunters, I think, because a good hunt may become the way to show off a little bit of strength on top of your spots. So I really love the little Victorian era-esque stuff we've got going on with them. Princell is still trying to clear away all of this grass so that he can find better spots to admire his own reflection in the waters. And over here, aha! James actually just found a little bit of food that literally wandered into his arms. So take that, Princell, or Lordon. Now we've got a way to kind of show that we had a better hunt than you. I love the royal family chaos of the Rosewaters so much. But speaking of family chaos, let's actually come over. Oops, there you go, Cyan. And Cyan is going to continue his somewhat slow journey through the thick grasses, tackling any bundle he comes across and trying to find himself as he wiggles over to the confetti family tree, where we've got our confetti cookies going. And so far, I haven't had much luck with the ingredients, as you can see. We've still got all gray nichelings, but they're gray with gray spots. So although they may not look like proper cookie tribe members to most, they're still welcomed under Misa's name and still considered part of her cookie line, even if they have spots so light that they're very difficult to see on their fur. But they're beloved and they are part of the confetti cookies. And maybe we'll make it so that all the children might have like really, really exotic bright colors. It'd be really fun if we could get a spotted toxic body in the future, and that would make the most amazing confetti cookie mixes, I think. But all right, we're gonna go ahead and move some of them around. So Shazak is gonna come over and help his dad with the whole nut situation. And we're gonna get Coco Riri, which is kind of like a funny play on roasted coconuts, scooched over. Blondie is going to scooch over and hopefully, nice. All right, she and her mate are going to try to work on having more children because neither of them have much longer for this world, unfortunately. But that handles the confetti cookie tribe. And then we come over here where the goddess Lala was reborn in the main cookie line. She was so concerned that there were not enough new cookie line children being born that she decided to step in and start handling things herself because she is the fertility goddess. But that being said, she is going to be, she's too young to think about having babies of her own, and Macadamia is still in charge of this tribe. So right now she's going to frantically be gathering as much food as she possibly, or as much of the grasses more than anything that she possibly can, because she wants to make sure that there is plenty for future nest. So this version of Lala is quite concerned with making sure that nichelings are constantly moving about, that each of the 3 tribes have plenty of babies being born, and babies need nest material. So I think she's going to obsess a little bit about nest material this time around. All right, we got that one. We'll go ahead and eat it in a little bit. Banabri is going to be sent over because, as we discovered last time, Macadamia has become somewhat distracted by these small trees, and he believes that it is their duty as the cookie tribe to take care of the small trees just as they take care of the great tree of Mies. Because if Mies cares for the great trees, clearly, in her wisdom, she must provide these small trees to supplement the important diet of nuts. And so we should attend to them as well. And so we're going to send Banabri down here, and she'll start helping out with the berry bushes over there. And we'll send Coffee, who's very, very hyper for his age. Who is that? Back up here! What is happening? Holy moly days. Okay, we got another wanderer. Let's send Coffee over here with his big old ears. He just heard something interesting. Hello, Ra-Ri-Mi. And she is a fishing tail nicheling. She is not spotted, so she cannot mate with any of our spotted nichelings unless they give up the tribe and become wanderers. But I kind of H&E immunity. Oh, and recessive female peacock tail. I think that we might have her join, and she could actually breed with Von Roro and his children. And we might end up with some really interesting nichelings as kind of a side dish of experimentation that we could have over there. So I'm going to see if we can snag her into the tribe and send her that way. She would be an official wanderer. And that's what I mean, because I know a lot of you guys might get kind of bored of seeing spots. Do you like how many little sort of puns and sayings I'm slipping in today ever since the cookie crumbles? Bad ingredients. I'm just enjoying myself way too much with the pun possibilities that we have with this tribe. But we will have those extra little characters that kind of go on the side, and they're side dishes, so they're not meant to be like main characters, but they'll make it interesting in case you're bored of whatever is going on in the rose waters or the confetti, or with the fact we just had a goddess reborn. Like, there's a lot going on, so I don't know how you could be bored, but just in case, there are some options. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We can have 2 more children for this tribe before we have to slow down. And since we have the fertility goddess here, I think we'll put it to 13 members for this tribe, and then the ladies will be done. I like that idea. All right, Banana is going to come down and visit with her mate and then jump back up. Stay, wandering nicheling. Oh, good, she's got webbed hind legs. She's not going far. And then we're going to go ahead and have Sugar Drop come over, and she'll mate with her mate, and we'll just go ahead and like clear up that old nest material. There we go, kick the tree. And then we've got little Apricot who can wander around with Kunu. Oh, Kunu, we need to give you a new name. Let's see. Kunu... Salt? We're gonna go ahead and name him Salt. Maybe like after Salt Crackers. But he does have spots. They're just so light they are nigh impossible to see. So we may end up with a lot of spotted wandering white males, because they are kind of like the lowest totem pole, kind of like the gray males over here. So we may end up with that. Oh, and Cyan, he wouldn't mate with Ra-Ri-Mi because he's... Once we turn a nicheling into a wanderer, we can never turn them back. So otherwise it would be too easy to kind of cheat with like moving things around and breeding with nichelings we're not supposed to. But I wonder if Cyan is kind of enchanted with Ra-Ri-Mi, but it's such a pity she doesn't have spots and thus cannot be a mate. Like, that just doesn't clue in with these nichelings. Alright, and Cinnamon is gathering food down here and tending to one of the berry bushes. Wonderful. And we're ready to go. Alright, babies be born. Oh, goodbye, Cran. Goodbye. Oh my gosh. Wait a second. Von Kirvan, you do have spots. They're really hard to see. I have to squint to see them. But they're here. He can be accepted in the confetti tribe. He sure as heck is not. The Rose, I think Rose the Second is like, get out. So he's not going to be accepted in this one, that's for sure. But that's so exciting. So we had one baby born, and it is actually this little guy and Cream. Oh, I can actually name him after his mom, maybe. Like Whipped Cream? And he has recessive peacock tail. Little do the Rose Waters, with all of their fussiness, know they're missing out on peacock tail by rejecting him. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and name him Gravy. His name's Gravy. I'm sorry. I just thought about it and I was like, you know what? That's perfect. And he's got a really great spot patterning because it's very dense and tiny. So when he has children who have easier to see spots, it's going to be amazing. But he could totally be accepted into the confetti line. So he might try to find a cookie tribe that will accept him. And rumor has it... Look at little Coco! Again, we have so many Cocos. We have Cocoria, her sister. Like, we're really thinking tropical coconuts over here. And since we're thinking so tropical, what are some other tropical fruits I could name this little one after? I guess pineapple? We're gonna go ahead and name her Pine Lee. We're gonna name her Pine Lee after like a pineapple. And we're just gonna have to start tweaking the names because we have so many children. Oh, Kirta, I forgot to name you. You do have spots, right? Yeah, he does have spots. But Kirta here, we're gonna go ahead and we will name, maybe Ginger. No, let's think. What else is like a tropical fruit? We already have bananas and coconuts. And what about, like, there's papaya. Maybe he needs to be something a little plainer. Because he has, like, we've got Salt. Shazak is his brother. Kirta? Hang on just a second, Kirta. Whoops. List of tropical fruit. Oh, this is gonna make my life much easier. Oh, there we go. You're gonna be, hang on one second. Tamarind. There we go. Now we're sporting things along. So there. Okay, so how many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 is coming. He just doesn't know it yet. And then, yeah, so we can have more babies if I can make room. And if we're lucky enough. So Blondie's going to scooch over. Her kids, Kokoria, is going to come over here. We're going to go ahead and have Anzak. Oh, it's his final days. No. Oh, okay. I don't know which of their children is going to take up, like, the cookie line. Probably Shazak. I think Shazak would be the one to kind of take control of this area and be the patriarch of this line, because he's just got such personality. And he's big on accepting anybody with spots, no matter how hard they are to see. So maybe that will end up creating a very interesting confetti line down the road. Also, Coffee is going to be our guy in charge. Well, actually, Cyan's like right there. All right, Cyan, you go ahead. And he's going to invite Rarimi into the tribe, but she's a wanderer who I just want to be able to control. So he conversed with Rarimi and heard rumors of a tribe of spotted nichelings who live under a tree just a bit further from here. So he thanked her, did not mate with her because he cannot mate with a non-spotted nicheling, and Rarimi is going to jump this way to where hopefully eventually she can live with the scorpion nichelings on this island. Oh, this is so fun. Oh my gosh, and we got some free food right there. We've got so much going on. Lala just had some grass grow in her face. I bet she's quite offended about that. And we've got 2 more babies to be born in the main cookie line. Holy moly! This is so fun! And we should be able to have 1 more baby out of Cream before we lose her, and we can no longer have one of our spotted nichelings breed with Von Roro. So this is going to be awesome, guys. I am loving this. And I need more tropical fruit names, apparently. But if you guys are loving this as well, do please consider subscribing to be part of our nicheling pantheon. And if you could leave a like for Little Coffee, I think, for getting all the credit for discovering Rarimi, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be able to get some of her rare immunity before we lose this wandering female and whatever side dish she might offer up. So, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!